So this video comes in two parts today. The first part is topic-based, the second part is not, and it's a little depressing, so I'll say that for last. Hello girls, I hope that everyone has started off their week on a good note. Hopefully this topic helps bring a little funniness to our lives at this moment, because I know a lot of the girls are dealing with stuff. So I'm hoping that this becomes funny. It's my topic, which is a little strange because the topic is dating. And as we all know, I don't date because I'm married. But anyways, I wanted everyone to tell an embarrassing story about either someone they've dated or maybe someone that they've just had a crush on, and you know, a fling of that sorts. And just share some embarrassing moments. Back in the day, I used to online date. I did it for a little while. I did an eHarmony, which didn't last very long. And then I did a lot of the free websites, like Plenty of Fish, OkCupid. And one of those experiences was on OkCupid. I met this guy his name is Steven, and we went out on a date, and it was like the best first date I've ever had. Like, I felt really connected to him. We had a lot to talk about. He was really nice. He understood the business that I worked in, which is really hard for people to understand, especially crazy hours that I do. So I was very positive about this dating relationship. Well, we went on a second date, and it was really awkward. Like, there was nothing that happened that made it awkward. It was just the atmosphere was really awkward. You know, either we both made really good impressions and then we're really boring people, or we just, I don't know. It was very, very awkward, and it didn't go that great. So reluctantly I agreed on a third date, and on the third date we got stuck in traffic. And our reasoning for getting stuck on traffic was different. I felt it was construction because there were orange cones everywhere, and he thought that it was an accident. Needless to say, we got into an argument about who was right about why we were stuck in traffic. It was really, really stupid and really, really petty, and it wasn't like an all-out drag-out fight. It was just like a little argument, but it was childish for the situation. We ended up getting through the traffic, realizing that it was construction, and he did not like being wrong, and I knew from that point on that this was a relationship that I did not want to pursue at that moment. He had messaged me a couple days later about wanting to take me out to this club that's in downtown Nashville, and I had reluctantly agreed. I don't know why. Looking back, I don't know why I agreed. But I saw, the day that the date came around, I saw on his Facebook that he had posted a status about not feeling good. So I texted him and I said, hey, if you're not feeling that great, then, you know, we don't have to go on this date tonight. And he wrote back and said, that sounds like a good idea. You know, I'll call you to reschedule. So I was out of it. I didn't have to go on the date, and I was so excited. So I texted my roommate real fast, and I was like, oh my god, I'm not going on the date tonight. Yay, best news ever. And then I texted my best friend with just a less, I guess, mean text. I wrote, you know, not going on the date tonight with Steven. We mutually broke it off. Exclamation point. Well, as soon as I sent that second text message, I realized that I didn't send it to my best friend. Instead, I sent it to the guy. And he wrote back, like, what? And I had to come up with a really lame excuse of why I would text that to anyone in general, let alone him. Needless to say, he never called me to reschedule the date. That was our last correspondence. Now, the funny part of the story is that the station that I work for, we have a Facebook page, and he is one of our frequent commenters on the Facebook page, and he is totally a troll on our Facebook page. Like, when we do something he doesn't like, he leaves little comments about, why did you guys do this, blah, blah, blah. So I get to see posts from him all the time now, and I'm not sure if he's a troll because he doesn't like me and he knows that I work there, or if that's just his personality, but either way. I guess if I had any advice for the people on this channel who are dating, or our viewers who are dating, is to get out there, date as many different people as you possibly can to see what kind of personalities you like. I obviously did not like his personality, but yeah. So part 2 of this video is a little bit more serious. I know last week I alluded to a lot of stuff going on in my life at this moment, and it feels like everything has just kind of been coming at me. I don't know. A couple weeks ago, my husband lost his job, and it was a shock, and it basically drastically changed the way that we do our finances and the way that we make money. And the good news is that he has found a part-time job. It's a job that he is really, really going to like. Is very flexible, is with a company that he's worked with before and done some stuff with before, so, you know, at least that has kind of come around, and, you know, we're doing better as far as that. The other thing was, I never talked about this on the channel, but David's mom was diagnosed with breast cancer several months ago. It was actually before Christmas, and it was the second time around that she's been diagnosed, and they had diagnosed it as stage 4. So it was, again, kind of a shock. Golly, we'd only been married for like a month and a half, and all of this came down on top of us. And good news with that is that if you know anything about cancer, they have tumor markers. And at one point, her tumor markers were up in like the 2,000 range. And as of most recently, they've gone down to about 700. And I think they may even be somewhere around 200. So they've pulled her off of chemotherapy, and she's only having to get injections now. That's really, really amazing, because in my mind, stage 4 is like, you know, that's it. There's no stage 5. So for her to just, you know, being able to bring it further and further and further and further down, it's amazing news for our family. The other bit of news happened recently, and it's a little crazy. Somebody that I work with, and I work with really closely, they're on my shift. One of the people that I work with, give assignments to, went missing on Sunday. And he wasn't supposed to work that day, so I didn't see him and wouldn't have known. The way we found out about it was we heard a call go out over the police scanners at our work with his name attached to it, and they had found his car abandoned on a bridge. And it was just sitting there, no one inside. Cell phones were in the car, keys were in the car. And so police are treating this in a worst case scenario, saying that it's possible he may have jumped from the bridge. So it's hard for us, because I guess we're a family at work. And I worked with him a lot, and he was a really nice guy, and I would never imagine this happening. I told myself I wasn't gonna cry. I cried too much on this channel. So, hoping for the best. It's been raining a lot in Nashville. They can't go into the river and search and do anything because we've had like 4 inches of rain, and the river is about 10 or 15 feet higher than it usually is, and it's moving really, really fast, and there's a lot of debris, and it's just not safe for them, and it's not safe for anyone to go along the riverbanks and do any type of searches like that. So I'm holding out hope that he just walked away from his car for some reason and is out there, you know, upset about something and wanting to have some alone time. That's what I'm hoping for. So I said this would be depressing, and I'm really sorry. So, keep that in your thoughts. My work, my friends, all that. And I will see you guys later.